Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Freldren, and today I am back in Star Trek Online. A couple things I want to go over before I get into the video itself. Originally, I tried recording this like 3 times already, and my internet was having problems, so I just kind of gave up. Um, and yeah, but also tonight was supposed to be another episode of Oblivion, but since this is going on a lot longer than I planned, I get to record that, and there's also some more Star Trek stuff coming up starting tomorrow with the Delta Recruit system. If you've never played that, basically you start as, I believe, and I've only played it once, well, technically 3 times, because you can have a Federation character, a Klingon character, and a Romulan character for the Delta Recruits. And I did it when it first came out. That's the only time I've ever done it. I can't really remember much about it. I believe you start as a regular character, like this character, present day character, and in-game present day, and you basically, after the tutorial ends, you do these missions for the Delta event or recruit event, and I'm not sure what those sounds were. Anyways, so that'll be going on from was it tomorrow? What's tomorrow? The 14th, May 14th to, I believe it's July 3rd. So there'll be videos on that. I'll probably only do one character, depending on how long it takes to do one character. I don't remember it taking too long, but doing 3 characters might be a little bit. I'll probably do since this is a Federation character, I'll probably do a Romulan character, because I figured a lot of people are going to be doing Federation and Klingon. Romulans don't really get as much love in this game, with certain things like, ships. You don't get a lot of ships. I mean, there are a decent amount, but there's a ton of ships for Federation, and a decent amount for like Klingons and stuff like that. But I figured, Romulan would probably be my best bet for that, so you guys get to see a little bit of the Romulan stuff. But anyways, let's get into today's video, and that is about the Tholian Trouble feature event that's going on right now. It's still going on. You have until May 20th to complete it. And I personally think this is definitely one you want to do for a few reasons. One, the obvious reason is it's part of the event campaign. Is the 3rd one in the event campaign. I believe it's like 6 total. Yeah, 6 total. And as you can see right here, I'm about like halfway through, or just like a little over. And you get free ships and stuff from doing that. So this is part of that. So again, reminder, do these when these pop up. Since this is part of that, I do recommend doing it. I can see right here, I've already claimed it. Like I said, I tried recording this earlier. Didn't go very well because of my internet. Hopefully I don't have any issues now. And as you see, you also get the ability, again, with all these events, you get more dilithium afterwards, just by completing the events again. But as a reward, it doesn't say it right now, but up here it said that you get 25,000 dilithium, unrefined, and you also get 3. You get your options. I went with enhanced universal tech upgrades. The other option was 3 specialization points. I'd highly recommend, if you are still building your build for your ship like I am. I think I pretty much have my ship kind of where I want it, but I need to upgrade stuff, and it can get kind of expensive. You're using up a lot of your energy credits and your dilithium just to upgrade these items, and it just, you want that for other stuff. And specialization points, I've been playing on this character since like mid to late January, and I've already gotten temporal operative for specialization done. My secondary specialization is strategist, I've got that done. That wasn't too hard. And right now I'm currently working on Intelligence Officer. As you can see, I've got this basically halfway done. A little over halfway done, actually. I just got the ground stuff to do on that. Like I said, I've been playing since, mid to late January. And, as soon as you hit, your max level, getting these aren't too bad. It's pretty easy. So yeah, definitely, if you're lacking on upgrades, go for that. You can even use it on the current event item to upgrade that too. And the current event item, let's go over that. I have it equipped here. More details. All right. The Tholian Shocktrooper. I don't know why I said Shockwave. Shocktrooper Radiant Cannon. And it comes with a modifier of crit damage times 3. Crit damage is really good to have on a weapon. Also, crit chance is also pretty good. So yeah. I'm not going to bore you with this text. I probably mess up a lot of the words anyways. But anyways, so let's go over this. All right, so your primary attack, Radiation Burst, 0.6 max. I'm not sure what that means. Anyways, okay, so we got target foes, affected foes, 5 max, so you can hit 5 maximum targets. It's got 18.29 meter range and 25-degree cone right in front of you. It's pretty good. 0.25 second charge and 0.35 second activate. So you got how long it takes to fire and then how long it takes to recharge, basically. I believe. Or no. Other way around. I got it right the first time. Activate, then recharges. Or is that how long it lasts? It's probably how long it lasts. I'm reading that. I'm thinking that in my head here. Okay, anyways. So yeah. How long it lasts, how long it takes to activate. Alright, so then it's pretty quick. Alright, so the damage itself, 3 times 47.5 radiation damage. Your weapon attack gains 5% chance. Actually, I don't think that's right. I believe that's because I have it equipped. I think that's from something else. So ignore that. That's probably from one of my buffs, my ground traits. So we got plus 60% crit severity. Exposed target. I think it's also from one of my traits. So ignore that. Things that will buff the damage, weapon proficiency and all that stuff. Alright, so the secondary attack, imploding web grenade launcher. 2 target or foe. Again, in an 18.29 meter range. 1 second to activate. 18 seconds to recharge. Launches an imploding web grenade at the enemy. 2 target applies, again, imploding web grenade. Let's see here. Affects foes. 1.6 meter sphere. 43 radiation damage. Pulls in enemies in a 25-foot radius, which sounds like quite a big radius. Roots them for 8 seconds. And again, it's got the plus 60% crit severity. And then again, I believe this is just from one of my traits. Again, weapon proficiency increases the damage. All right, next one. This isn't an attack. This is a buff. I don't know many weapons that have a buff like this. So usually it's like a melee attack instead of a buff. But you got for 20-second recharge time. For 5 seconds, you get increased damage done by 15% and increased crit chance by 40%. That's pretty good. So you got that 40% crit chance to activate that 60% crit severity. So that doesn't sound too bad at all. So let's go ahead and actually show off this weapon. Now, I did try this earlier. When I originally tried it, I was on in Nukara, fighting some Tholians because I have my Tholian Endeavor thing to do. I came across an interesting bug. I'll probably show that at the end of the video, or towards the end of the video. But let's actually properly show this off. Here was what it looks like visually. I do love the way it looks. Color scheme is awesome. It kind of fits my character, and it's just it just really, looks really good. Yeah, let's go ahead, and I think other people are they're testing it out here too. Good place to test it. Let's go ahead and test it on these Borg over here. Let's go ahead and I'm going to actually turn auto fire off so I can do this properly. Here we go. This is the primary attack. Do it again. It does a lot of damage. Now let's go ahead and do this so I can not get resisted. Put down an auto attack. As you can see, it just keeps firing. And it does a lot of damage. All right, let's find some more. Here we go. All right, they've already adapted, but as you can see, they're already taking a lot of damage still. I mean, they should not be taking that much damage being resisted. But I think it's the fact that I'm firing so much that it is just getting past the resistance. So let's go ahead and hit this again. Go ahead and turn off that one. Let's go ahead and use the secondary attack. Use them on here. There we go. Not too bad. Doesn't kill him outright. Well, that one died. I think it's just because that turret over there. Let's go ahead and see if we can fire this off again. Does have a bit of recharge time on it. Not too bad. Go ahead and find a bigger group that's still alive. So I believe it said he got up to 5 targets. Usually there's more over here somewhere. Where's the big groups at? Oh, there's some over here, but people are already over here. Yeah. Let's use on these guys. There we go. I can finish them off. There we go. Yeah, it's a pretty good weapon. There's a lot of damage. Especially if you got it on auto fire. It just keeps going. He's adapted now. So let's refrequency. Let's go ahead and do the buff. Root him again. This guy's a bit tougher. So definitely taking a lot longer to kill. There we go. Not too bad. Does pretty quick work with the smaller or the weaker Borg. The boss is a little bit tougher, obviously. All right, so yeah, I do recommend getting this weapon for both the fact that it's a decent weapon. I can definitely see myself using this a bit in future content. I'll probably switch up this with some other stuff, but I'll still use this quite a bit. And yeah. Now let's go on over to Nukara to see if the glitch is still occurring. It's just interesting, and you'll see why. All right, so I am here on Nukara now, and as you can see, everything looks fine. Nothing out of the ordinary until I go out and my EVA suit comes on. and the weapon just goes invisible. Earlier, I was able to see the handle of the weapon, but now I can't see that at all. Now, if I switch over to my secondary weapon and pull that out, you can see it just fine. But now I'm going to switch back over to the new weapon. Okay, now you can see the handle. Let me holster it. You can't see it at all. Not even sure where the handle went. It disappeared too. Now let's go back in here. How do I take the suit off? There we go. All right. Just kind of take some time. Now you can't really holster this thing. My hand just kind of moves and the handle kind of like bugs out there. So yeah, I don't know why that does that. I don't know if that's a glitch or not, just for that part, but I do know that this is definitely a glitch that was not intended. I don't know how to, make games and stuff, but one of the things I do know is that sometimes item meshes, the little, polygons that make the, items themselves, can sometimes interfere with each other. So I think that the EVA suit and the mesh from the weapon itself are interfering with each other, causing this glitch. I don't know why it's doing that. It's definitely a bug. Probably do a bug report after this. And also, for some reason, earlier, I don't know if it's because I have issues with my internet or not. I was not able to kill any of the Tholians with this weapon. So, let's see if... Oh, somebody killed that one. Somebody killed that one. All right, let's go for this one. See if I can get any actual damage on them. I see it. Oh, no, it says him. But maybe it fixed itself. Come on. There we go. There. See, it's doing damage, but it's not actually killing. The root does its thing, does a little bit of damage. But the actual primary thing is not actually doing any damage. So I don't know what that problem is. Is it again maybe it thinks they don't have the weapon equipped properly or something? I don't know. And I don't know why it does damage with my secondary attack, but not my primary. So that is kind of odd. Let's go ahead and switch over to my primary weapon. Actually, heal myself first. You see, my other weapon does damage. It's doing what it's supposed to do. But for some reason, this just doesn't want to do anything other than the little damage it does during the primary attack or the secondary attack. So I don't know if that's definitely a bug there. All right, so yeah, definitely an interesting glitch. Again, I'll be putting in a bug report for that. Hopefully they get that fixed. Yeah, other than that, I do again worth getting this weapon. Weapon itself does a lot of damage, plus also getting it to complete the event campaign. Definitely want to do that. And yeah, thanks for watching. And again, tomorrow I'll be starting my Delta recruit. Again, I'll probably be doing a Romulan character. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.